So over the past few weeks, we've been fortunate enough to be out here in Africa, Ethiopia specifically, which is actually where my family's from. But we've just been in the main city, right? The capital, Addis Ababa. So of course, you know, the bigger city, there are certain aspects of the culture that you just won't be exposed to when you're in the bigger city. For that reason specifically, I've been so excited to put this video together. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, y'all? It's KT. If you're new here, you know what I'm saying? I've been traveling for the past couple of years with my partner, Ellie Jane, just documenting the process of traveling to all these new places while also building a business and, you know, just documenting the highs and lows and just giving a little more insight and context as to like what this lifestyle is really like as far as, you know, just bouncing around from like city to city, island to island, country to country every month. And yeah, just what it's been like. So if you're new here, you know what I'm saying? Welcome.
We've landed!
Let's go find our guide now, man.
Yes.
The city's already here.
Yep.
Good, man.
Hello.
This is Ellie.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Baby Jinka.
Baby Jinka.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, baby.
This might have been my favorite experience throughout our travels for so many different reasons. We actually had the chance to come visit South Omo Valley, Ethiopia, which is a remote region in Ethiopia with several different tribes who have maintained ancient traditions and very unique rituals. And let me tell y'all that there were so many moments where we really felt as though we went back in time. The past really did feel alive in the present, and it was a very unique lens to view the experience through. And if y'all saw in my last vlog when we were arriving in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, y'all remember I mentioned like we had no plans of coming to Africa at all whatsoever. We've been living very comfortably in Southeast Asia. But with that being said, even when we arrived to Ethiopia, we didn't really have plans of going out much. It was more about just like, you know, reconnecting with family. And Ellie Jane and I do a very good job at planning what it is that we want to do before we go to all these new destinations. We actually use Notion, right? So we make a list of all the things that we want to do. So we don't spend time doing research when we're in the city or when we're on the island, right? Because that's like cutting into the time of us being there. So we're always prepared in advance, and it's just a very efficient and effective way to, you know, just be ahead of the game. But for Ethiopia, we didn't do any of that. You know, it was just one of those moments where your intuition was just kind of nudging you in a certain direction. Before I knew it, I was like getting in contact with companies, and Ellie Jane had come home and I'm like, yo, we got to do this. I'm not sure how much y'all know about some of like the recent wars that were going down in Ethiopia, but because of the recent wars, a lot of friends and family were, I wouldn't say projecting like negativity onto us, but just like a very strong emphasis on like, yo, be careful, like be safe. So it's like, I'm not really tapped into the news. We didn't have much else to go into the experience with. And even when I was doing research, I didn't want to do too much because I was like, let's save it, you know? So one of the first tribes that we actually had a chance to go visit was the Mercy tribe. They're known for the lip plates with the women specifically.
Yeah, it's really interesting because you see like a lot of the older women have the lip plates, but the government prevented them from doing it. So they're not allowed to do it anymore. So now they're just stretching their ears instead. So essentially this will be like the last generation that does it, you know, the lip plates. So it's pretty insane. This is how they make the clay plates.
The bigger the lip plate, the more valuable the woman is, which is something just insane to think about, right? Because the lip plate is a sign of beauty and sexual maturity. If she has the biggest size lip plate in her mouth, then a man must give her 60 to 100 cows plus guns in order to be with her. I think that's the incentive of these women to stretch out their lips as far as they can because they're more valuable at the end of the day. It can take up to a year for them to stretch out their lips like that. So you can imagine like how persistent you have to be able to do that. And they use like wood or clay to stretch out their lips.
Lunchtime.
Yeah. This girl's been eating injera every day. She's Habasha now. She's Habasha. On our way to go bull jumping right now.
Well, we're not going to do the bull jumping, but we're watching a bull jumping ceremony.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
They asked us whether or not we wanted to do it, and he said it was one of the things that he was most excited for us to experience. Because at this particular ceremony, he said happens annually. Right?
Yeah, once a year.
Yeah, so it's gonna be more of a special show. So we're looking forward to it.
Prior to the bull jumping ceremony, you'll see a lot of the women who are a part of the young boy's family, dancing in circles, chanting, but a really, unique aspect of that ritual is the whipping. You'll see a lot of men who have whips and they're whipping the women, and you'll see like the women's have their backs exposed, revealing some of their scars and freshly opened wounds, which was honestly very hard to look at. But the men who are whipping them are actually men who have successfully completed the bull jumping ceremonies and have become men, but they're outside of their family. And again, the whole point of the bull jumping ceremony is so a boy can become a man and get married. We're at this bull jumping ceremony right now, and the one who's going to be partaking in the ceremony, we had a chance to speak with him. Ellie Jane asked him how old he was, and he said he didn't know because they don't have birthdays, they don't celebrate any holidays. Like, these are their holidays, like the bull jumping, celebrating like the groom. It's almost like, I was about to say the first part of a wedding. Like, they don't have an actual wedding. They celebrate the groom and then they celebrate the bride. So the bull jumping ceremony is a way to celebrate the groom. So, we had a chance to speak with him, and he doesn't know how old he is. Because they don't count birthdays, they don't celebrate birthdays. It's crazy, right? Just completely different world. But basically, the bull jumping is a celebration and a challenge for a young boy to become a man. After he completes the bull jumping ceremony, his family is to find a wife for him. But until they find the right partner for him, which usually takes anywhere from like 3 to 4 weeks, he has to fast. And during this time, he's only allowed to drink cow blood, eat meat and dairy, nothing else. No fruits, no vegetables, no grains, nothing else. But then as a way to demonstrate the unity between the man and his new wife, when they come together, she brings him a piece of bread. And that's how they unify their connection, because he breaks the fast from the bread that she brings him. Again, it's just such eye-opening things that you would just like never think about. And I think even more so, like to witness the traditions in person just gives you a much more in-depth perspective on these indigenous tribes.
You could tell a lot of these kids have never seen white people before. They were very fascinated by the white people.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I've seen some of the black people out here. They weren't too impressed, but they were all over the white folks. You know, but it was just interesting to observe because you could tell by the way they were looking at them, like they've never seen humans that look like that before. So it's pretty
Or
cool.
it's just more rare.
Or it's just more rare.
Yeah.
You know. Oh wow.
Oh, this is the market.
Ada musikan? Yeah, let's go.
That's it.
Sabli.
Landscape.
Ata talot.
No, sir, you sir. He ran away.
Zade.
He ran away.
That's so
Eh,
bad.
makina ko. Nabi karayo. Ah, ito na. Basma.
Crazy. He ran away. Now he got a share. Damn.
Eish abade.
That's crazy. I'm trying to give it to each of them. He ran away with it.